Hello my friends, how are you guys doing today? Yeah, it's been, I think 2 weeks since I disappeared. Let's say that a lot of shit happened to me in a really short amount of time, and yeah, it wasn't that nice, you know? It was really bad. But today, I decided to make the video that I promised. I'm going to talk about how someone tried to groom me. I think I was 13 back then or some shit like that, either 13 or 14. Look, for this story, we need to go way back, in 2014. As you may know, creepypastas were big back then, everybody heard of them, and that happened in Romania too. We had a lot of people in the creepypasta community, and I liked it a lot, you know, I was a huge fan of, you know, the creepypasta stuff and shit. And I made some connections with those there. And that kinda brings us to 2015. Hi, me from the future here. I'm a fucking idiot. This story happened in May of 2016, so I was 14 back then. So yeah, I wasn't 13, I was 14. And this shit happened in 2016, so yeah, take that in mind. Again, I was either 14 or 13 back then. I don't really remember that well, but one thing that I know is that I started making SFM animations with FNAF in Romanian. Man, I'm remembering that period of my life and I'm cringing every fucking time. But yeah, I started making animations and shit. And by the way, I was first in Romania to do it, so fuck everybody else. Fuck everybody else. I was the fucking first. So I made those. I made friends who made the same thing as me. Shit like that, you know. But one day, one guy who was narrating creepypastas came up to me to invite me to a project, you know. He wanted my voice. To voice, I know, some creepypasta character named Mr. China. I don't know who the fuck that is. Even to this day, I don't know who the fuck that is. But long story short, the writers of creepypastas, they tried to make kind of a show, you know, with adventure type characters, but they are creepypasta and shit. It was named Creepy Time. And they made the first episode. Apparently some drama happened there. One guy there decided that he wants to leave, and he's going to make his own show. And he asked me to voice the character, you know? By the way, the first episode never came out. So because I was in that project, I started talking to some other guys who are narrating creepypastas. And that brings us to the today's antagonist. Well, in Romanian his name was Visatorul Moții, but I think in English will be the Dead Dreamer or something like that. It was a weird name, you know? But believe me, his name is going to make sense. He was a furry. So, he had me on... No Discord wasn't around back then. He had me on Skype instead. And we started to talk. The guy seemed kinda nice, you know? But then, things started to be kinda weird, you know? First, he started telling me a lot of stories that apparently he experienced, and they were very sexual. No, I think every story of his was sexual in nature. And because that was a 13-year-old me, I thought, oh my god, man, that's so cool. Oh my god, you have so many girlfriends. Oh my god, you know. Basically, for me, that guy was entertained or some shit like that. But yeah, he started telling me a lot of stories like this, and I believed him because, again, I was a dumb kid. In the same period, he said that, well, he started talking to me because he saw that I make animations. Again, SFM. I don't want to talk about that. Because he saw me doing that, he decided that he wants to make a movie. A whole fucking animated movie. Animated entirely by me. And the plot was kinda weird. He wanted to make a movie about Batman, battling Dracula, and some other shenanigans there. To be fair, I don't really remember his script, but I know that he wanted to get a lot of other creepypasta narrators and shit like that. But he made me make a list of everybody who wanted to get there. And then things started to go wrong. Look, because he wanted to, I don't know, motivate me, maybe. Some furry girl, Black Cat or some shit like that, started messaging me on fucking Facebook. And that account was kind of suspicious because, I don't know how to say, every conversation with her was sexual. And she said that she's his girlfriend. And he told me that he's going to give her to me. Because I know she's a fucking Nintendo Switch or some shit like that. But yeah, she started making advances on me. Again, I was fucking 13! And I vividly remember a day when she was talking to me and I was with this motherfucker in the car. And I heard his fucking keyboard. And that account was messaging me. And I was like, man, that's you. Oh, no. This guy was fucking weird, man. At some point, he sent me a picture, most probably his, and he asked me, what do I think of him? And I was like, well, that guy looks like a fucking idiot. And this motherfucker got so butthurt, because again, that was most probably him, that he was mad at me for an entire day. And he kept asking me, why do you think he looks bad? Is something wrong? You know, shit like that. And he told me that, oh no, that's some guy who tried to steal his girl, you know? But after that, the degeneracy just started going up. He made me screen share his videos, which were furry porn, on YouTube. By the way, this guy was uploading furry porn, and he didn't know why YouTube keeps striking down his channels and shit. Because when I told him, man, that's fucking porn. He goes, no, that's legal, that's animation, that's legal on YouTube. So he was a degenerate, and a fucking retard. But yeah, he made me do that, and I'm pretty sure he was masturbating in the car. Man, I'm pretty sure he did that. Because at some point, I heard this sound. In the call, he said fucking nothing, and he asked me if I'm blushing when I'm watching that. And I was just, man, I really don't want to do this. But I couldn't do it because I was looking up to him and I was, oh my god, this guy is a popular YouTuber and shit. He had 500 subscribers, but I know for me that was a huge amount of subscribers, you know? For me, that guy was PewDiePie. But he told me that he's going to promote me, he's going to send me subscribers to some hacking. Yeah, by the way, this guy was saying that he's a hacker or some shit. And you know, his calls got really uncomfortable for me. I really didn't want to be there. And he started being more aggressive, you know? Like he's entitled to me being there, you know, in his call and shit. And he'll call me for fucking minutes, entire minutes. He will just straight up call me. The call will end and he will call me again. Because of him, I started being invisible on Skype. But he kept calling me anyway. And he started threatening me, saying that if you don't enter in 3, 2, 1... By the way, he was writing each number a message, you know how the seconds pass or some shit like that. He said that if I'm not entering then, he will hack my channel and he's going to delete it and all of that shit. And I got really scared because of that. And I started staying with him in his fucking call when we actually did nothing. It was usually just silence or him talking about some weird story where he's fucking everybody on this earth, you know? But at some point, he will just send me some furry pod and he'll ask me if I want to go talk to him and shit like that. And I remember something. You know the sound that the call on Skype makes? Well, that shit, it's actually traumatizing for me. Every time when I hear that sound, it's basically like a PTSD for me because I remember that motherfucker. And I think after a month, I just ignored him. I didn't want to talk to him. I really didn't want to have anything to do with him. He started threatening me because he wanted a trailer for, you know, that movie that he wanted me to make. Even though I didn't have assets, sounds, voices, anything. He wanted me to make him a fucking trailer for absolutely nothing. I didn't even know the script. And I was really depressed back then. There was some other shit happening in my life, but this guy was basically the last straw. And I just threw some assets random, basically mocking him. And I said, that's the trailer, man. And I blocked him. And then, you know, the black cat from Facebook, she started messaging, you know, the dreamer, the furry. He's really mad at you. And you should unblock him and talk. And then I blocked her as well. And yeah, after that, I didn't think much of him. Until 12th grade. Basically, in 2019, I was like, man, that guy was weird. And I made a video about him on my Romanian channel. But we don't talk about that. And I decided to make a video about him now as well. Because, in retrospective, this whole thing was pretty fun, you know? Last time I checked, this guy was posting motivational speeches on Facebook and shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I got groomed, but I'm pretty sure this motherfucker wanted to groom me. Because he asked me many times where I live. And that thing was always weird to me and I'll just lie. I'll just tell him that I'm in, I know, in fucking Bucharest or something like that, you know, the capital of Romania. And yeah, I'm pretty sure in an alternative timeline, I'll be his furry boyfriend or some shit. I wouldn't say that I got groomed, but I'm pretty sure this guy wanted to groom me. And yeah, that's basically the story of how I almost got groomed. I hope you enjoyed this, and sorry for the break. This month for me was fucking the worst. Look, I have some medical problems, I'm not going to talk about them. I had some exams that I couldn't take because my university is full of incompetent people. And on Friday night, my whole house got flooded, and I lost a bunch of shit. Basically, the water was dripping from my PC, and I thought he's fucking dead, but it's still alright. And yeah, after that, I just was, fuck this shit, you know. And yeah, I just streamed this month, I just wanted to do something, but yeah, things got better, so we are back, man. We are fucking back. I'm going to make more videos, but I don't really want to make just commentary stuff, you know. I want to make some other videos as well, and I expect to see more content from me. I'm not really saying that it's going to be good content, but you know, it is what it is, man. So yeah, that's basically the story. I hope you'll have a good day, and see each other next time. Goodbye!